Music, it isn't just sound, it's identity, therapy, and a reflection of real life. For a lot of artists, the studio becomes a classroom where patience is tested, collaboration is learned, and purpose is shaped. Late night sessions, unfinished songs, moments of doubt. Creating music often teaches us more about life than success does. This conversation is going to dive into the grind behind that art. We'll explore what it means to build music as a team, aligning creatively, navigating trial and error, and choosing belief over shortcuts while grinding. From falling in love with music, struggling through independence, continuing to chase a dream as life evolves, this episode is going to be about commitment, risk, and staying true to the creative process. Welcome to Kickin Game. I'm your host, Twoogees, and today we're sitting down with two creatives who've continued to pursue their love for music, art, and creating. We'll get into both of their individual stories, as well as their plans to release a collaborative project this spring 2026. Without further ado, welcome. Thank you guys for coming. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Happy to be here. This is Hesh, Pierre. I met Twoogees some time ago, and it's nice to connect with him again. R&B artist out of LA, here with the homie.
CHSNLV. CHSNLV. CHSNLV.
Appreciate y'all pulling up, man. I also got my co-host here.
What's up, guys? I'm Chris.
But today is going to be like that. So this is Kickin Game. I know you guys have some plans about a project and releasing music, and we'll get into that. Mm-hmm. But also, like, more interesting to me, and like Kiddo kind of knows, like, why me and him always kind of aligned is, like, I'm a nerd for, like, the process, maybe, like, your inspos, why you create, the story behind it. That's the things I lean on, you know. But shoot, I mean, I don't know who wants to go first, but today's about music. Like, what are your first memories of sound, music, artists? What were you growing up listening to? What was, like, your household playing, you know?
Take it, Hesh.
I have this one distinct memory being in the car with my mom. She had this soundtrack to the movie Payback.
Okay.
You know that one?
What
It's
year
like
is
a
that?
Mel Gibson movie from 2000. It was like, I think just like a
Just like some
like
movie
tough
that.
guy shooter flick.
Okay. Action?
But, yeah, action, but the soundtrack was just immaculate. Like, they had Dean Martin on it.
Okay.
Like, Ain't That a Kick in the Head was the main song. And I just remember hearing that. And I don't know, I didn't think about it in the moment or like distinctly into my music years as like, oh, I'm only listening to like the doo-wop era and like the Rat Pack, you know? But like thinking back to that moment made me realize how influential my mom was on my music and like that she was putting me on to interesting game back then.
So what else is she listening to, Mom?
Well, it's like she's pretty standard for the time, like Matchbox 20 and Dave Matthews Band and like cool bands for sure. Yeah. But I think because that was her taste, I was like, there has to be more though, right? Like what is, this is like, parent music.
Yeah. No offense, but yeah.
No offense at all. Like respect all those bands. They're great. But yeah. And then I just kind of dove into rap and R&B, I think, just in that like rebellious I'm 11, 12, 13 more to life phase. And I remember Forever off the More Than a Game soundtrack.
Yeah.
Was the first explicit song I ever bought.
What year were you born?
97.
Okay. Yeah, I was going to say
I was into other rap before that. Like the Carter 3 was a distinct album for me. Of course. Carter 3 Late Reg. But I had to buy those clean because I was like 11. And then I remember buying Forever explicit. And my mom was like, you bought the explicit version without asking me? I'm like, I know all those words. And she was like, fair enough. I can't really stop you.
Yeah, this is probably when you had to buy it on iTunes probably,
yep,
huh?
iTunes, like, straight up. I would pour
transfer
over
it
iTunes.
to your iPod or whatever.
Bro. Burn CDs and put them on my like home iTunes library when you can like access the library outside of the store.
Damn, bro.
Yeah.
Wow. The whole time he was painting that picture, I thought he went to the store.
Oh, you're picturing him like in Best Buy?
Yeah, I did not even think about iTunes.
Well, I mean, it's funny. I started collecting CDs like retroactively, like 6th or 7th grade.
Probably once
like,
you get old enough to
graduation.
like do
But
your thing.
I just forgot that. But I think what it is, I just forgot that was a thing. Because we're so far away from purchasing from iTunes. Like, granted, we actually no, because I know we can purchase from iTunes, but we don't really have the incentive to, like, respectfully. And it's probably messed up saying that as music artists, but like the buying habits isn't going to iTunes. You know, we pay the subscription fees.
How do you feel about that, real quick? Subscription fees, because on a previous episode,
I
about
was gonna say we talked about it. How like a subscription fee doesn't feel like you're buying the unit or how
like
they,
supporting
how
the
they
artists. You know, nowadays
you're
like,
just
it's
looking
like
up the
bill you have to
artists
pay.
and adding it, clicking a little plus sign.
So unfortunate.
I think, and this could even tie into to the iTunes situation, is anything digital is never going to give the feeling of like purchasing a CD or a vinyl. So like even if you're downloading a button, you get the 99 cents and it goes straight to your phone, or you buy the subscription, you have access to endless amounts of libraries. It's never going to be the same experience of like going to the store, buying the CD, unwrapping the CD, and playing it, having another system you need just to play it. And if you don't have that, you can't play it. Like I got vinyls and I don't have a vinyl player, but those are collectible items, right? The physical aspect of it, what makes it larger than life. I think that's when art felt larger than art, is when it had to be a physical experience.
It was more at its peak.
It
meant something.
More of a part of your world. Like the idea of world building that all these artists talk
oh
about.
yeah, it's like it's like a buzzword nowadays.
But world building is a thing. Like I think artists should talk about it. But back then, when you had these physical entities that were part of artists' worlds, like that was really like, it puts you in that place.
Like literally.
When you would buy a CD and like the booklet for the CD was a full poster. You put that up on your wall and that was your moment. Like Kid Cudi, Man on the Moon Part 1. I remember buying that CD and like.
Yeah, we're
really
probably the same era then.
That was on my wall. That was on my wall. But it's so true. And I think that's because that's how it was naturally. Artistry felt more larger than life. It doesn't feel as larger than life now because everything's just too accessible.
In a good way, because obviously we're not bitching about music libraries. I can listen to Jay-Z's whole discography at any given moment, but at the same time,
the music will hit different if you have to take this CD out, go through your library, find this one, put it in,
get the vinyl,
the play,
dust it off.
Make sure the needle doesn't.
I was gonna say, don't fuck the needle up.
I
fucked my needle up first time. I remember that shit.
That's why I don't have a vinyl player. I'll just collect them and then I'll get that very good one. And I think you need a proper setup.
You need like the full
has to be proper.
setup.
Like my house just not.
You really do.
It's not set up
it
for
won't sound the same
a
either.
good vinyl experience.
You mentioned hip hop. What were the first? Oh, you said Forever. What other are the first hip hop artists you're listening to?
No. I can't do myself like that. That's it was Late Registration and the Carter 3 were like the quintessential albums for me. Like 2008. I mean, I know Late Reg was 05, and I was hearing things before that, but I remember first like real concrete memories of like having an iPod. I had the iPod Shuffle, the long white one. Back in the day, like 2007, and I had JT on there, and I remember hearing T.I.'s verse on My Love, and I was like, this shit is cool, like he's interesting. And then I was just buying like T.I., like I bought King, What You Know, and Big Things Popping because I heard it on SportsCenter. Like T.I. was the guy, like 07, 08, like was like really, so that was early for me. T.I., like that southern side of hip hop. And I mean, New York, Biggie, for sure, being from the East Coast. Yeah.
You're from the East Coast?
Yeah, I'm from
where are you from? Yeah.
Okay. Small town in Massachusetts. So it's like we didn't have... Our exposure to rap was just like music videos and things we saw.
Yeah. Are you watching like MTV, BET, or...
Totally. Yeah,
Sucker
MTV.
Free Sundays or something?
Yeah.
Like...
Those are my first music videos. So
it was like the tail end of MTV being hot, you know, like
Honestly.
the late 2000s.
yeah, because that's all.
Yeah.
Kanye was running that shit. Rihanna, Beyonce. I remember seeing that.
Yeah,
a lot.
Run This Town.
On
That
his
whole
TV,
time.
I'm telling you, I used to see
Yeah,
BET
bro.
running. Yeah, they used to do it.
That's dope. All right, kiddo. What about you, man? What's like you think music wise? What's your some of your first memories?
Flip side of the coin.
Like artists, albums, music videos. What are some things that like, dang, like first come into play in your world? And it's like this is kind of interesting.
One of the earliest, most impactful moments was one of my uncles had one of the Michael Jackson DVDs, and I think like almost every song on that DVD was a music video. So like, I think just sitting back watching that, just like watching Michael, I would really attest to a lot of it. It's like really started with like watching Michael. I think he just made it all. It was just spectacular.
He made
so
half the music. He made half the music. Him alone.
Yeah, but I think it was like I said, it goes back to larger than life. You know, you see this guy moving, singing, the different scenes, different dances. Everything's kind of like you're seeing the contrast of everything. Because like I think it was a whole album, and every song had a music video, or at least it was. I don't know if it was mixtape. I don't know what it was, but it was a DVD with so many Michael Jackson music videos. And you just sit back and.
How old are you?
Elementary school.
Damn.
I can't
9,
say
8,
age.
whatever. Yeah.
Elementary school between 2000, 2005. So
What are your parents listening to? Also,
R&B.
other than like R&B.
My mom listens to a lot of R&B. So like, I grew up listening to a lot of R&B. I actually didn't gravitate towards like, I had to do a lot of homework on rap, but obviously I knew it. But like, I was always more into R&B.
Like who? Like name drop some out. Like
shit.
You say, oh yeah,
Jill Scott.
You like R&B? Name 5 R&B artists.
Was honestly a lot of Jill Scott, Anthony Hamilton, Usher. I used to think I could do the craziest Usher covers. Like elementary school, I used to be in the whip, singing "Let It Burn" to my heartburn.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, Usher's good, bro.
Music Soul Child.
That's true. He was playing that album the other night when we went to the studio.
Yeah.
Valid. He ain't lying.
Attest to that. He's
not fronting.
That's facts.
Yeah.
Like these were like, I mean, that's what women were listening to at that time.
I thought you
Erykah
were saying like
Badu.
to get girls. I'm so sorry.
No.
You were saying like
yeah.
Like this was like I was riding around when my mom was listening.
Yeah.
CDs, you know,
True.
like she had
No,
the rap.
genuine.
There was always rap, but a lot of my early rap that I really gravitated to was like Pharrell, right? So like that type of rap, Pharrell. I was like Nelly, like I was early 2000s rap.
Yeah, the whole era. Yeah.
I had to do homework on like hip hop.
The 90s.
You know what I'm
before.
saying? Yeah, like you always hear NWA, Wu-Tang, Tribe Called Quest, things like that. But it just gets so deep that like I recommend everybody who likes music to just go do your homework. And then if you say you have no music to hear, there's archives.
Yeah, you can find
so
something.
so not true.
Yeah,
There's
yeah.
so
and
much.
and
So much
see,
we haven't listened to even
Bro.
as aficionados. You know, like
I stand on. I think the most important thing is people need to understand where the influences came from. Sometimes you need to hear the original idea to kind of understand how we got to where we're at.
I think you got to do that like almost in any industry respectfully. Like you got to be a student of the game respectfully and figure out where the inspo comes from, or like, you know, basketball terms, right? It's like, man, go check out Magic Johnson, or go, you know,
watch tape.
Yeah, or
watch film.
movie wise, go check out these directors.
Truth.
Music wise, it's like the same thing, you know, especially if you're trying to create music, or even like if anybody has any like creative itch in them, you know, like music's a good place to start and like do some like soul searching in, because bro, there's so many
roads.
Yeah, they're like,
So
I guess what I'm
much.
saying is like there's an artist that's gonna hit for you, like, and you may hate hip hop because right now nothing's hidden for you, but you don't know, like, if you did your homework, you know, there is some shit that gravitate towards you and change your whole perspective, you know.
Dead culture is gone. And
What's that? Oh, you said city?
dig.
Yeah.
Like having to dig for music, find music. Like I really do miss the if you know era.
Yeah.
Right? Like it's cool. A lot of things are accessible, but and it's rude to say because I get it. The streaming era made things obviously accessible, but the whole if you know was so powerful because you had to go out of your way to find out. So the experience of enjoying whatever it is that you had to go out of your way to enjoy is a whole lot more of a higher experience than just, you know, click and play and doing this and that, you know, like, and those can still be experiences as well. But when you go through the lengths to get to something, to then enjoy it, it holds a heavier weight. So it's like when you have to scour the internet, scour the different pages, you know what I'm saying? Or you're in the,
or like
if you're
looking
in the
for
stores,
a specific artist too,
like
Frank Ocean Tumblr days, or like when you were like Kanye Good Friday days, when you looked forward to him like every Friday.
We are the same era, bro. Yeah, I remember that. That's like what, like you're early in high school around that time.
I was in 7th grade, 2010.
Okay, yeah. What are real quick? What are 2 artists you guys would recommend for people to do their homework on this topic?
I feel like
somebody that you guys.
We have one shared one that.
What is that?
I want to see if he can say it.
Well, to do their homework on, so I would have to like.
Well, there's one artist that we listen to a ton that I feel like is very slept on and is very thorough.
I'd say slept on, but I wouldn't. I actually wouldn't add him. I'll double down on this. I'll say who it is. But to answer your answer your question, who I think people need to go and do like their homework on.
Mm-hmm.
It's a very great one. And it's funny because live is gonna be cliche, you know. Like, but I think, and I'm not even gonna sit here and act like I'm the biggest listener of this.
The suspense is crazy, bro. Who is it?
I'll say this because I'm still doing my homework on, even though we know how great he is. Stevie Wonder.
Yes. Okay. I mean, 100% agree.
Stevie Wonder.
Is that the one?
No,
okay.
But like that's a great.
Well, that's a good one. Okay.
I've been listening to
another good one.
Songs in the
Stevie
Key
Wonder
a lot lately.
Like Marvin Gaye, and I say that because you'll start noticing a lot of the different melodies or certain moments or sound and like characters kind of came like a lot from them. Like there's another artist too that like I'll say is a producer, and if you go and listen to like his solo work, you'll be like, oh, he had to be a prominent producer of this sound. Deodato. I don't know if I pronounced it right. I don't know if it's Deodato because it's Portuguese, but Deodato, Deodato.
And what was he a part of? What are some notable ones?
He's a Brazilian. He was a Brazilian producer, instrumentalist stuff, and like his music was just so funky. And then there's so many samples. Like he did the Paris Tokyo Lupe Fiasco sample. I think.
Oh, the sample of that.
He's original of that, right?
Okay,
that's cool.
And I think like
Marvin Gaye and Stevie Wonder are good though. Marvin Gaye, I did my homework. Well, for some reason, my dad used to play Marvin Gaye. Like I know Marvin Gaye tracks, but Stevie Wonder I haven't fully went into.
But I'm
who's that? Well, go ahead.
But that's another one why I say because even myself, I still like even myself still needs to dive into Stevie Wonder. I like a lot.
They're just both Marvin and Stevie are those types of artists where it's like you find a new favorite by them every time you listen to something different.
It's like every time you go in, it's like it keeps getting deeper almost.
Yeah. New right? Like an older album from them, like Marvin. I think Marvin has more of a range of styles than Stevie does. Stevie's like the master of what he did. Like he just felt that shit so hard that like that was him, instrumentalist like beyond. But Marvin had he had an album in 1961, so it's very like Frank Sinatra, like slow piano bar vibe. And then to drop Let's Get It On, like he lived through decades of different. The music was changing so crazy, and there was one style each. You know, like. It wasn't like now where we have everything and it's so, everything is so accessible and stylized and like it was like
who is the shared artist though?
Oh yeah.
Oh, that somebody got to do homework on.
I'll say one of the most I think underrated slept on artists is in the game with a top tier discography, top to bottom, no misses, is Shade Group.
Yeah.
Is who?
Shay A Crew.
Yeah, and I don't know if I'm pronouncing your name right or wrong.
Shay or
like,
Shay.
So it's with a C?
Yeah,
CHECRU. Heavy.
Okay.
Like, because like I said,
He's
goes
tight
back,
as
I'm an
fuck.
R&B dude.
You probably
Well,
would
now I'm
know.
interested. Like,
You
probably-
would probably
probably
know
would.
a song
Okay.
or two.
His
Like,
discography is elite. Like, I run it back all the time.
okay.
It's
And then
just
and
shout
for
out
you,
Shay.
yeah. So
Shay.
artists that you did your homework on, that somebody else should too.
Shay was one of them for sure. That's the one that I
Okay.
wanted him to say that I think we share. Marvin and Stevie are such good ones. Damn, I wasn't thinking about mine during that whole time at all. But let's see.
During that whole suspense.
Yeah,
During
no.
the-
I mean, Hesh, Pierre, and CHSNLV, y'all should do your
Yeah.
homework on because the discographies are deeper than you think. But and I don't want to.
No, Marvin- Marvin-
D'Angelo. I think
Okay.
D'Angelo.
Oh,
Anyone that doesn't know
absolutely.
D'Angelo,
That's a good one.
you will cry. I think listening to one of. There will be some song that hits you the right way.
Absolutely. Man, it gets so much deeper. There's so many artists, people like E40. You know, E40.
Just
Yeah.
like respectfully, just to listen to like in the game.
like Mr. Fab, like
I'm trying to think of somebody
I
too.
was like,
now.
Drake made me do research on D'Angelo because that one bar he said, I'm in the
the
crib,
house.
I'm in the crib playing D'Angelo. How does it feel? And I'm like,
Yeah. Like let me switch up that song.
pause the song. I
You're like,
went
how
back.
does it feel?
Yo,
And then you're like, shit.
That
that's
is a
so
great
good.
bar, and then that is a great song to play in the crib. 'Cause
Exactly.
I'm glad you looked that up.
Yeah,
actually.
no, I'm like, damn.
Let's
Let
get
me
it, yeah.
tune
With
in
the
real
size
quick.
of Drake's house, that song probably sounds incredible, bro.
No, for
Who-
real.
who's somebody
the
you-
acoustics in that shit?
Yeah, who's somebody you did your homework on? That like given that you're still like a youngster, that you're like, oh
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah, I'm young, but
How old are you, bro?
I'm
Doxy-
24.
Doxy on pod.
01. I'm born in 01. I'm not that
Hell
far.
yeah.
I'm far off, but not that far off.
Not that
but-
far.
Honestly, well, like first ever album was Kanye, and Kanye stuck with me for a very long time. And then I went in and watched listened to the older stuff. But I remember I had a phase like in 12th grade where I really liked Tupac, where like I really liked watching his music videos. So I
has
just
such
watch
a
his music
presence.
videos all the time. Yeah.
For me, somebody from like homework wise, I think I said it previously. I think Jay-Z though. Jay-Z was somebody. Even given again, I'm not leaning so much on the R&B, but like Jay-Z, Nas, Outkast. Not even the greats, but even people like Tribe Called Quest or people like
those are greats.
even okay. Now I'm trying not to think of a great that or you know what
Busta
like
Rhymes.
even check out some Ludacris albums.
Ludacris 1000%.
Check out some like check out Bow Wow, Prime Bow Wow. No, I'm kind of being serious, bro,
No, I
because a lot of
know,
people
I
my
know.
age were or
No,
you
bro,
know
what?
yeah, bro, because
Especially the album with the. what's
I'm
the
just
song,
laughing
him
at the
and
range
Sierra?
from Jay-Z to Bow Wow.
I was trying to get some
there's
range.
a lot of homework to be done on a
That's
lot
what
of
Little
different.
Romeo.
Like yeah, no, who else are some people like because
the Far Side.
Far Side for sure.
I'm trying to think of there was a song on TikTok that was trending recently, and my girl was making a video with it, and I was like, "What are you doing listening to this song?" She's like, "Oh, yeah, it's a trending audio," but it was like some hip hop song that had an edit. Like I'm like, well, like what the hell you doing?
I'm sorry. Now you bring up now you bring up something. So, you heard a song that you knew, and you asked her how you know the song, and she was like, "It's just a trending audio."
Yeah.
So there was no research to what song was being played. It was just picking the trending song. Then that's just telling you exactly kind of respectfully where we're at. It's like people are like, yeah, I don't really know what song this is. It's the trending audio.
No, it's
and I'm
still
just gonna
trending.
use
I'm
it.
trying to think of the song because you'd be
But
like, why is that trending? It's like or like.
But it's like that's
Hey,
how we experience music now. It's crazy. It's not like she actively went out. I mean, I guess it's like if you go out in public and you hear something in a store.
And
you
respectfully,
like it,
we're thinking
that's
of
a way to
work, editing,
find it too,
TikTok,
but-
not context.
But what the thing is, the action of it, like she obviously like that's how I'm hearing it for the first time, and it's just showing that like other people are doing this too. So when I'm watching TikTok and I'm like, oh, like I'm thinking these people are searching for the songs too, but I kind of forget the concept of like the trending audio, right? And it's like everyone's using this, but like the person using the song might not be a fan. I'm always assuming the person choosing the song is a fan.
That's how I
knows them. Yeah,
That's how I think.
It might just be because of the cut pattern. It literally could be an unboxing video. It's like a ding, 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 ding.
Yeah.
And people only use it because of that.
And what it also is too, TikTok pushes those trending sounds more. So people are automatically thinking to put a trending sound on because then that's going to hit.
It's
and
a
get
different
more
game.
views.
Yeah.
When it comes to music and TikTok, it's just all like the view game. It's like how you want your shit to be viewed.
TikTok, help us out. Put like a two-factor authentication where they gotta like hum the melody out before they.
They gotta
Fuck
name.
yeah.
They gotta name
How
2
will
other
they
like,
know the
songs.
song?
At least get people
That's
a fan
how
of the
you
music.
use it.
I think that's dope. I still think it's dope, but like get people that give a fan of it, like hum this melody back.
Yeah.
What do you think of the song that you just got?
Name
You'll
another
lose,
song
you'll lose
from the artist.
90% of people.
I know that's not smart. That will lose money for them. I know.
Nah, but for the heads, you make like an app for the old heads where it's like, oh, you want to use my music?
Yeah.
Know it first.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah, let's get back into the music. We're talking about inspos, but like when do you first feel like music's like a little more or something you kind of want to like explore with creatively? What age is that? What makes you kind of figure it out? Whether it's singing or maybe making a beat for the first time. I don't know how it starts for you guys, but how does that start?
Shit, for me, it was from the start.
Speak on it. So what
Yeah,
what
I was
age
just-
are
it
you
was
like
from the
exploring?
Elementary, because I mean, shout out to, I think the first time I got access to a Apple computer and it had GarageBand. Shout out to GarageBand. I remember I was with some cousins, and there's an Apple computer. We were trying to make beats. We was rapping. And I think this was elementary school. And then that always stuck with me though. You know, it wasn't my computer, but it stuck with me. And then middle school, I know even like wanting to rap. You know, I used to have a notebook. I rap, put it on my bed. But like, I used to always think I sucked at rapping. So like, I was over myself before I could even begin. So like, I really put that to the curve, and I was like, okay, I just want to be a beat maker. So and
You kind of shit on yourself in a way, like not shitting yourself, but like,
absolutely.
what do you mean, like kind of?
Because I like music, and this didn't sound like the music I like, so it's like I should
Shot
probably
yourself.
stop.
Yeah.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying?
At what age were you doing that? Though?
This is like middle school.
Okay.
So
it's your most critical era too.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
You hate
So
yourself.
I used to dance. I used to dance. So I started making
you got to
like-
show a
like
video
crump
clip
tracks.
of him
Yeah.
crumping,
dancing,
overlaying this.
those who
yeah,
know,
yeah, absolutely,
those who
bro.
know,
So good.
Those who don't,
I'm serious.
It's in the
dig.
vault. Yeah.
Dig.
Dig.
Like dig culture is gone. Dig for my crumping.
Yeah.
video.
That's what this episode's gonna be
yeah.
called.
Relive
Dig
dig. Yeah.
culture is gone.
So
That's a quotable for sure.
yeah, I used to make buck tracks, bro, and they sucked. I knew they sucked because the homie also made buck tracks, and his beats were a lot better than mine. So I stopped that too. And then I picked it back up in like high school, and shout out to my boy NBRT3. He was one of the only ones that was like rapping on my shitty ass beats. I will always, so that's my boy to this day. He was the only one there rapping on my shitty ass beats.
In high school, you said?
Yeah. So that kind of like got me going. Then I went to school for engineering, and I think I made like my first decent sounding beat, and that dropped me out of school for sure.
You're like, I don't need this shit.
I
I'm
started
on.
chasing that. I got sidetracked. Just started chasing that. But it was cool for good reasons because that school shut down. But yeah, man. And now we here. Fast forward, shit. Now we here. It's been a journey, bro.
Yeah, we're gonna get back into that, but yeah, speak on like the first time you kind of maybe you feel like an itch to like pursue music
Creating
creatively.
and all
Yeah,
that. Yeah.
maybe
I mean,
whatever.
shout out to GarageBand too. I was probably 17 or 8. Actually, no. So funny. The first time I was like really creating music, like I always loved it too, and I think middle of high school probably I got to like, okay, I should try to make a beat and sing or do some combo of shit. And my family had this iPad, and so I just like took the iPad one night and just like recorded a clip of me singing "Let Me Love You" by Mario, and then like produced the melody underneath it. And my family found it, and they like they clowned me for it the next day. I think out of love, but I was just like, damn.
You felt shitty.
I was like, maybe I shouldn't do this, which I came back around like a couple years later and was doing GarageBand again, and then started producing in Logic like middle of college. And that's when I felt like, oh yeah, I was producing and took a photojournalism class in the same semester, and then went abroad the semester after, and I was all like,
everything hit.
It was just like art.
That
was just art opened up. So yeah. And then I mean, a lot of the beats from my last album and a few from this album are like shit I produced when I was like 21, 22.
Oh damn.
Yep.
Believe in your archives.
Yeah, believe in your archives. Like, believe in the first creative medium you go down, like how fresh that feels and how unadulterated that is by like real life. Like, I was in college making a lot of these beats, like coming home from smoking with the homies, like making some of these beats at like 2 a.m. just because I loved that shit so much. Like in my parents' house, you know, like on my laptop, headphones in.
It's more raw.
Yeah, it was very raw. It was very like, I just wanted to do it all the time.
Yeah.
And so it flows, you know?
Yeah. And it's true. When you're in the process of learning, and that's the thing when I was saying, all my shit sucked. Everyone feels like that. Even still to this day, as you get better, you're still going to feel that way. But those ideas, your perception of that, it sucked at that time. But save that idea, because later down the line, you're going to hear it differently. So, like, you only think it sucks because you know you don't have the skills that you think you're supposed to have to make something good. But then when you finally get the skills to make something good, and you listen back to the thing you thought sucked,
you can figure it out.
You're gonna hear it differently, because now you realize, oh no, there was still a natural talent there. This was natural, but I thought it wasn't. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
That's what it was like. That's what it was like for me. I think
almost like once you get to a certain point, like it'll be ready. Like whether you said skill wise, you said like almost ear wise, but like but you, real quick, you guys like kind of like just like sped through like creating as a kid, and like that's tough to do because it's like you're finding yourself, and anything you create is like an extension of you. And to still be creating for year and a year and a year and a year is like something to say. So like, what are some challenges, or what were some moments where it's like, yo, fuck this shit because I'm wasting my time, Because a lot of people have those moments, but it's like, given that you guys are on the couch now with like a body of work coming out, it's like, how do you battle those thoughts of like, because, you know, we all been there. I've been there of like, man, fuck editing this shit. Who the fuck's going to watch this shit tomorrow? What? Meanwhile, it's that process, you know? So like, what were some moments for both of you personally through high school, college age to now, like balancing that, like fighting that urge to like almost want to give up or almost want to stop, but knowing like that's not the right move, you know?
Yeah, sure.
I feel like my moments of questioning and doubt was like probably 2021. I was really into painting at the time and also making music, and felt like almost this choice paralysis of like, what do I do with my time? Like, do I focus on the music or do I focus on the visual arts? And I always just kept coming back to the music. Overall, I think that's been my most consistent, and I have worked in the art world otherwise, and so like that I think fulfilled my love of being around art, like meeting these artists and doing these cool things, like learning about deep contemporary art through that, like satisfied my creation of the visual art. Like I was doing a little bit of that too, being around certain artists, but music I think was always, I don't know, I never felt like giving up with it per se, you know? Like I think that's just something that will always be with me. And of course, you know, want to build momentum and gain traction with it and everything, and that's always the goal, but I think it's just the love for it at the end of the day that will never make me feel like I want to give up on it, or it's not even like that.
Yeah, no, I get what you're saying. Like, yeah, hopefully if you're doing the right thing, or if you're like, you pursued the right thing, and hopefully it doesn't feel like it's like you don't get that feeling of wanting to stop, you know?
No.
Kiddo, like how do you stay like grounded, like with creating, like when life changes and just other people maybe stop or start around you, or given, like, you know, you said you started making beats in high school. Like, why are you still creating? What's your purpose? What's your why?
This might sound, I don't know how this is gonna sound, but it to me it's breathing. It's
Not
breathing.
real.
It's like my
So
breath of
real.
fresh air. Like how I said, I told myself to stop already multiple times, and I'm still here, right? Like, so it's at a point of like, and even from here, I'll probably still be here. Like, this is in me. You know, I don't do this for. There's things that, yes, we would like to experience from this, but I do this because I want to do it. I've probably haven't dropped much, but I've been actively making music nonstop for years. You know what I'm saying? But I don't feel like, and I think a lot of people feel guilty because their stuff's not out. But like, nah, if you do this for you, it's selfish. Yeah, I do this for me. You know, and then it gets
That's
to
how
a
it should
point
be,
where
yeah.
it's like, all right, maybe some of the stuff I do for me, I'm willing to share, right? Like sharing art and having art is I think just two different things, and it's a balance that you have to blend the two. Some other people that are overshares will think otherwise, and when I get to that point, maybe I'll feel the same way or I won't. But when you do it for you, it's like breathing fresh air. It's like, all right, I have to do something today. So I do something and I move on. Doesn't mean I need to take this and make it larger than life. Nah, I don't have to. So like, yeah, there's no stopping. There's no, I just can't.
I
can't.
Yeah. We've had some other guests on here, like music or artists or whatever they're pursuing, and like the topic comes up about like family looking at you kind of weird, or why are they still doing this, and like you know, I guess the idea of like that whole kind of idea of like, is your time worth it still doing this? Like, given that both of you sound like pretty, at least now, it might have not always been this, but like solid, like confident in who you are now and creating. What are like some things that like you both lean on that like someone listening or even myself or us could take away to make sure it's like, nah, this is who we are. Like, I'm gonna still create this regardless of how people feel, you know? Just some things that work for you, obviously, 'cause everyone's different, you know, but like, again, like everyone has those moments again of doubt or you said fucking paralyzation. Like, I feel that sometimes
choice
of
paralysis.
not like
Yeah.
wanting to do so
Paralysis.
much, wanting to do so much, but not even
Analysis
like knowing where to
paralysis.
start. But like,
Yeah.
like what helps you in those moments, you know, of just like knowing it's breathing, like knowing it's like, because people could relate to that, bro. A lot of kids would probably relate to having this feeling of doing something, but you just don't know until you do it, you know?
Follow the feeling, I think, is the best way I can put it, because especially, you know, kids being so on social media nowadays, it's like they're seeing all these things. If there's something that you're gravitating towards, like you want to keep looking at what people are doing in this one lane, like get off of social and think about doing it yourself. Like, of course, get inspired, but also like sit and think and be like, wow, this is something I really love. Like, read books on it, or you know, if it's fashion wise, like go to these places and stores and see the stuff yourself and be surrounded by it. And music, it's so easy because you can just fully listen to the albums by these artists that you love, you know. I'd say follow the feeling.
Yeah, no, that's good.
Short,
I feel that.
I like how you had to simplify, because I was already going through a whole thesis. And
I mean, I
full
just
research.
got on my soapbox and was like, you know,
nah.
if you're in this lane, like, follow the feeling. It's hard to, it's kind of intangible.
I'll say, I think you absolutely have to follow a feeling. And it's weird. It's weird having this conversation now in this point in time opposed to having this conversation later. But I could speak to, I'm pretty sure, all artists, all individuals who have an idea and want to bring an idea to life. you're going to go through character building situations, and you have to understand that it's character building situations. When you don't understand its character building situations, it feels like it's personal attacks. And it's everything. It's, oh, my family doesn't want me to do this. Oh, I don't know if I do this. I don't know if I'm good at this.
But that's what I'm saying. It's hard, though. So how do you, in that moment, let's stay here. Like, let's stay in this, what'd you call it?
Character building?
Yeah, character building moments.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody doesn't realize it's a character building moment, and they could quit the whole journey entirely, right?
I think a lot of things in life comes down to one simple aspect, and it's like, I know we're speaking on music, but it's everyone has to find an acceptance. You have to find an answer for yourself, and you have to accept it and move on. So that when I say it's character building, is that was my acceptance of saying, okay, I'm going to go through all these different trials and tribulations to continue to do what I'm doing, because to do what I'm doing is more important, if that makes sense, right? So it's like, okay, I'm not even going to counteract, like, there's so many traumatic experiences we all go through that shapes us, and we can keep holding it like it's traumatic, or we can accept it and say, oh, that had to build up my character for me to produce how I'm producing whatever I need to produce right now. So it's just kind of like being on the opposite side of it. You have to find your answer. If you're juggling things in your head, you're doing it respectfully, and I do it still to this day. That means to accept that I don't know. And then that I don't know is a bigger issue. Is, okay, well, is this me or is this not me? Because whatever is me shouldn't, like, I'm going to fight every battle to continue to be me, because that's what being me is. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, if you're at a crossroads, now you have a deeper questioning on who am I? And you can't do anything and get past all these obstacles and hurdles without knowing who you are. So, like, I think that's what I'll say to anyone in any type of situation like that, is figure out who you are and understand if that's you. Now you're going to go through character building situations to shape who you are. So you can produce better work and better art, because now if you're saying, hey, this is what I want to be, now you have to take everything that comes with it to make you what that is, right? Like, like we put ingredients through heat, pressure just to eat food, right? like I think I remember hearing Kanye say something that like cooking was biohacking or something. He was saying something. It was I don't know if it was that, but it was kind of like, it was some scientific thing, but it was like very true. Because like we take it from one thing and turn it into another thing, right? Like he and his son was like, that's the same thing. If you want to do something, you're not to do what you need to do. You can't be the person who you were yesterday, because if the person you were yesterday can only do what they're able to do to that point.
So character building. So I guess what you're alluding to, so if I could like clear it up, like let's say you're making music, right? And you're dropping music, and maybe you're dropping music for the first time, and you have an expectation of people gravitating towards it, and it's not.
Yeah.
Character building, right?
That's going to character build you.
Yeah,
Somebody's
that'll build some
making
character.
You're making a clothing brand, and you're putting yourself out there for the first time, and now people have opinions on the design.
Yep.
Oh shit, it's not selling.
Yep.
Character building.
Yep, because I'll tell you what builds a character.
No, opinions on the design, though. That's good. You want opinions,
right? Or music too, right? Or any kind of feedback.
No, but hate means you've made it.
Yeah, I take hate real well. I feel like a lot. It just really depends on the person that it is, though. Like that could really knock someone out and make them throw their whole fucking iPad away and stop creating.
Depending on if they don't know it's that character development.
Exactly.
See, the character building is more so, how do you respond to that?
Are you gonna?
It's like if you go to the gym, you're beating down your muscles, and your muscles have to re-go. So if you put out a clothing and nobody bought it, nobody liked it, and that was the feedback, how do you respond to that?
Exactly.
So that goes back to that question: or who am I? Do I keep going, or do I switch up? So now you got to ask, or was I just looking for people? My goal was to get people to like this.
Like validation.
Because if your goal is to get somebody to like something, you're going to have a character building stage to even get to that point. Yeah. You're going to have to go through a bunch of people not liking your stuff just to get to them liking them. And you're going to go through a series of things to get you to that point. You know what I'm saying? So it's all about how you react after a situation. So it's kind of like, and then from my perspective, like, so it's not like I'm just talking to people as if I'm not going through it.
Preacher
I haven't like, what, this is about to be like the full first album. I played Reggie an album in the past. It's been like a year or 2 years ago. It's not out.
Not out, guys.
But I'm not done making music, right? So, but when I do get past making it and putting it out, I'm going to have that question myself again. It's the same thing. It's like, it didn't respond well, this, and this. Where do I go from here? If this is in me, and so I'm going to keep going. Because, like, even if it was 1 person, 2 person, 3 people that actually liked it, I'm cool with that. Like, I can't expect, you can't put expectations on anything. I think that's what comes character building, too.
Yeah, I have a question.
Cut your expectations.
I have a question for everyone then. Like, is music/art subjective? Like, or like, could the artist believe it's good and people believe it's bad, or vice versa? Like, because the idea with sports is scoreboard, math there's a formula, science, gravity, right?
True
But with art, music, clothing, it's the area of, hey, it's like there's no wrong, it's expression. How much is that true with music, or in art in general, like painting, drawing?
I think
like you need feedback, or is it fair to be like, no, the artist is like
obviously you need feedback for money and to like get something back from it, but it's like subjective in a world of yes and no. I feel like, because like I don't know, man.
Like, who's to say, you know?
Yeah, like who's to say? Like, yeah, that's why.
I look, it's all intention based. It's intention based. If someone showed me a drawing and they say, "Oh, I was drinking coffee and was drawing," I'm not gonna judge that drawing and be like, "Yo, bro, nobody's buying this." You know, I'm gonna be like, "Oh,
opposed to
snap, that was cool. Like, that's cool for what you were given, what you're doing at that time." So I think it's like, oh, if I'm making this and I'm making this for feedback, I have to accept the feedback. You know what I'm saying? If
someone is submitting art for like an award, you are accepting that feedback because that's what you signed up for.
That's what you signed up for.
Opposed to somebody creating, they go to the beach that day and they smoke a joint, they just paint whatever's in front of them.
But if you're showing it in any sort of light, like if homie that was having coffee and drawing shows it to you, they want to know whether or not this is an avenue that they can go down.
They want some sort of.
Okay, let me give you an example.
I think art is completely subjective.
Okay,
this
might be
subjective.
It's just absolutely subjective in a world full of critics.
It's objective when the money comes in.
And then and that's
respectfully, that's how I feel about like anything that ends up. If anyone does anything and put a price tag to it, you are now have to be open to the response that come with it.
Yeah.
If I don't want to buy it, I don't want to buy it.
That's
and
I think that's
if
fair.
I want to buy it, I want to buy it. It really doesn't matter why. Well, I mean, it's the person who's selling the job to understand why somebody does want to buy it and why they do. If you want to sell a product, then you're gonna have to answer those questions and design to get to like, oh, I need to design something that people want to buy. But if you're like, no, this is my stamp of approval, this is what I stand in on, then now your goal is to just find your niche. I don't think you ever find an answer until you have a conversation with everybody who exists on this globe, and that would never happen. So like somebody's fan base could be in some back country somewhere with some people we didn't even know existed, and they probably love this dude's stuff, right? Or this girl's stuff, and they'll never meet, so we'll never know.
So this might be a bad example, but Little B, right? Like, I know some people praise him like because it's a joke, but also it's just
crazy that you thought that whole movement was a joke.
No, like, but for some people it may be. You feel me? I know you're being like kind of joking right now.
You saw it? No, didn't you?
Nah,
see
dead ass. You thought that whole the Little B movement
even
was
better than this.
That's
Even better for my argument. Little B, that is like that's the perfect example of subjective art.
I saw it.
Wait, I'm glad you brought up Little B. Another group people need to do their homework on. The Pack. Because if you were a fan of the Pack, then you didn't need to question Little B. You knew what Little B was capable of. So when Little B did what Little B did, you already understood the source material, so you're not like...
The argument, though, of comparing, we're talking, talk poetry, art, like hip-hop, rap, right? Like, it's that idea of, like, who's to say? Absolutely. Who's to say, I'm trying to think, maybe not Little B. Let's say Vince Staples, because early on his albums were a little like a different taste. You had to have a certain taste for his beats, but like somebody you would come to is like,
Yes,
nah,
but
I'm not a big fan of Vince Staples. You come across somebody else, it's like, no, he's the best rapper in the last 20 years.
Another person people need to do their homework on.
You know, and it's like, who are you to say like it's music at the end of the day? There's no formula, there's no math, there's no like, it's a feeling, I guess, you know? But that leads me to this question before we get into your project. How many times does an album need to be played before someone could have an appropriate feedback for it? I don't think one's enough.
3 to 5.
Okay, what do you think? How many times do you listen to the album before you could critique it?
It's once on the phone, once like 4 to 5 times in the car.
In the car.
I gotta bump the full album front to back in the car.
Car's
the
different.
way it's intended, 1 through whatever's there, because that's how they want it. And then the car is like the solidifier. If it might take more than a couple listens, then it might be a bad listen. But if it's a hit, it'll hit in the first car.
You said 3 to 5, right? And what'd you say?
I think that's pretty accurate. 3 to 5.
I hate that one day review shit.
Yeah.
I know it's their job. I know. I don't want to see I don't want shit to drop Thursday night, and I don't want to see an article on it Friday.
Look,
Yeah,
I'm trying to see that shit.
I know
Or
it's part of the game,
or
though.
still Thursday night.
I know
the
it's part of the
article comes
game.
out.
Yeah.
Look, I know I said 3 to 5, but in reality, I think it really takes up to a month. And the reason why I say that is because you have to live with the music. If you only listen to music one way, then you're only gonna like one specific kind of music.
Yeah, that's very true.
Like you have to see what a song sounds like when you're driving.
No, yeah.
Perfect example. We could talk about Rocky's album. Shut the Fuck Up, STFU. I knew, I was like, all right, this is a song that I don't need right now, right? So like I skipped it.
Cause you know it.
But recently, I was in a different vibe, different environment, new day, and I played it. And I'm like, yeah, this shit is hidden for like this moment.
This moment.
But I knew the vibe that I was in. That wasn't the track that I needed. I'm like, I'm on Player. Like
That's
Player,
fair.
No Trespassing. I'm running those back. Still Your Flow. Like that first 8 to 9. Like that's what I'm going. I start realizing I dove in like this past week. That second half of the album, I'm like, okay, that's a whole nother vibe.
Mm-hmm.
But this is actually dope. Like the last 2 tracks, the first time I kind of skipped them, but the last 2 tracks now I was like, oh, this is overly tough. And I didn't like I'm not saying I didn't like it. I had to live with it. My first listen to the track with Tyler, I like that beat a whole lot better on Another Day. So it's like you kind of have to live with music. Like whatever you gravitate to is just your feeling for right then and there.
Yeah, that's fair. Cause I agree 100% on that. Like, or even if you think, for you guys, like when you create something, how much time you spend on a track, you would hope these fuckers, I know it's not realistic. Even Reggie, when I'm gonna listen to your shit, I'm not gonna probably dissect it how you guys created it. But like you would hope the audience like takes that body of work and respects it the same way how you put it together. You're shaking your head. So you don't think
past that point.
Speak on it.
Once you find like there's gonna be different stages. I think the stage I can say I'm comfortable in right now is definitely a more and you've seen me in multiple stages, but now I'm 1,000% more confident in the music. I'm 1,000% more confident in it, and now because I'm confident in it, I don't need that. Like I don't need the feedback I expected I needed that validated me. That conversation, what was it? Validation. Remember that conversation? We're around about that.
He said,
I don't need
no
the validation.
feedback. Don't listen to the album.
I don't need the validation. I just want to see how you experience it.
But yeah, no, I feel you as
what
far
I'm
as
saying? I just want to
expectations.
see how I want to see how
it hits
someone else perceives it, because it's still, that's a beautiful thing about art. It's all up to perception.
But what if they only listen to it one time?
But it doesn't matter.
But like that's what I'm saying though. I feel like I'm on to take the stand for like, I guess movies are different, but I don't know, bro. Don't shuffle the album. Play the album 1 through fucking 11.
Oh, that's funny.
And if you have serious thoughts on it, like you better have listened to it like at least intentionally with open ears, and were taking notes and you made notes on what you like. Because other than that, like I don't like the next day feedback when shit drops. And that's what I was gonna say before we get into.
No, next day feedback is very valid. We were just geeked because what you said when we run this back, when the album comes out, it's gonna be very pertinent because
I feel like just saying it now. I feel like it led up to it.
Yeah, low key. Yeah.
Because I feel like I have the car. I'm right.
You got it.
He said, "Do not shuffle the album."
That's my practice in terms of when albums come out.
Just your
first day.
practice.
Because like I want to, like, kiddo,
listens.
you guys constructed this album in a way that was intentional.
Like, are you guys not?
Or I hope so.
Like,
Some
are you
artists
guys
don't.
not placing songs in a certain way? Are you guys not?
It's very chronological, but what people are gonna see with this album is that it's literally the antithesis of that, where it's constructed 1 through 11 very surgically, but the point is you can shuffle it and it'll feel just as good.
Okay, pause real quick. That's great. I seen something on an Amine project, and that's what kind of took me back, because I was countering something I hold heart is the intentionality, but it awoke me to a different side of sonically. I guess the music could be played in any order, and that's what I was open to. I think that's what you're alluding to. Like, is it sonically or like content or everything?
Bro, you're gonna laugh. The album is called Shuffle.
You guys are laughing, bro.
Oh.
Hey,
I mean,
hey, I need to be on the intro.
Double entendre.
Don't shuffle that
No,
album.
We need to clip that, bro.
And
we need to clip
I've
that.
actually been looking for a soundbite.
That's perfect.
Yeah,
Because
we're out there.
me and Mitch will always talk about that. When an album first comes out, like it's put 1 through whatever.
You have to run it front to back.
Way.
Yeah, we
first
want
2 listens are front to back, no exception. Then I go and shuffle to find.
Then you can playlist it.
What kind of hits when the song just starts.
But speak on it. Speak on it before we get into it.
Go ahead.
Nah, because I think it was like, it's funny because the album from 1 to 11 is very intentional, but we want you to run it back and put it on shuffle. And it's also very like, and you'll hear it's not because it's like, I think it's gonna, you're gonna get, it's funny. It's very artsy. It's very artsy, and I'm gonna say it because it's like the concept of shuffle, as of going through the process of making it, I started realizing all the different ways how like it can really just connect to art. It's like, one, like, okay, accept life in a random, right? Go back to acceptance. So you're gonna, once you play this album in its first intention, you'll understand that when you put on shuffle, you'll get a new intention, right? You'll hear it totally different, right? And you're kind of also accepting that randomness, right? And it's very important through art as well, is to be random.
Yeah.
Right. So
Yeah,
it's
very,
like,
that's
so it's like, you know, like, and then the music is very movemental. I don't know if that's the proper word, but it's a lot of movement.
Yeah, that's like
in
the
the sense of
shuffle
also
double entendre.
shovel
It's
as
very
well,
like
dancing.
it's
Yeah,
all
yeah.
pretty
you
two-steppable.
So when the album drops, you want the first intention front to back, then shuffle, or it doesn't matter?
I would say first. Listen,
but I think natural listen is always front to back.
They'll just be like, okay.
My first instance, I'm gonna run it front to back.
Please do.
Okay,
Yeah.
and then I'll go and shuffle.
That's fucking hilarious.
That's so funny.
Even with like Hath Risen, it's like you'll hear, like if you come through and hear it, it's funny. You'll replay this whole conversation and you'll really understand why it is we laugh. Because I love that you brought that up, because I just love that you brought that up because of the opposing argument that we already have on that, and that the art that we're talking about also answers that question. But I completely understand what you mean. You need to listen to it from one to the end, or if you don't do it to start,
at some point
you need at some point. Because sometimes when a new album drop, if I don't have the time to give it a proper listen, I'm gonna skip through it just to see which beats that I gravitate to, which song I'll probably gravitate to, and be like, okay, yeah, that was good. Okay, cool, that was good.
True.
Okay, that was good. That was cool. Okay, I can sit back with this. If I run through all that and I don't get nothing that's like wowing, that's gonna, because like life is a time crunch, that's gonna have to be another day. I can't prioritize that.
I agree with that. Yeah. Or if you go on social media and you're not seeing a song that everyone's really jumping up and talking about, then it's like, all right, I'll wait about it.
Yeah,
Shuffle, the project. Talk to us about like the creating process. I mean, it sounds like different. Go ahead.
Do you want to hear the song first before we get into talking about it?
Give us a song if you guys can. Let's hear a sneak of the project, and then if you want to set it up, great. If you want our first instinct, great, and then we'll come back to it.
Yeah.
But I feel like maybe you should either say a
Like
few words.
headphones?
Yeah.
Oh, you're saying set it up, like present.
Or give us a title, the vibe behind it, just why this song.
See, I like your question. The reason why I want to play it first is because you have that question. I want you to answer your question, and then I want you to ask your questions from actually having a perception of what's already going on.
It's a triple N question.
Yeah, he's like, ask your question after you answer my question.
Trust me, bro.
Which is the question to our question.
All right, we gonna get set up.
Lay this on the table because I want our reaction as well.
Yeah, get that set
what
up.
they say.
You can just
One sec.
on that side.
Oh, this feels official too. Maybe we should film with these.
Honestly, we should try it.
If you would hear your audio.
I was gonna say you can put it over there on that side, but I don't know if it gets the table.
You mean like sees the bottom edge?
Yeah, I don't know. Is the camera in the frame?
No.
Okay.
You're chilling. Chilling.
Oh, yep.
All right, this is Kickin Game. First.
Kickin Game reacts
I'm
to
about
Shuffle.
This is the first reaction on the
First
channel.
reaction to Shuffle.
I'm about to do a whole little radio announcement. But no, look, appreciate this opportunity playing it. This is a single off your upcoming project from you both, and I guess we'll get some feedback after you play it.
I just want to see how you guys experience with it. That's it. I told you, hell yeah.
You guys have headphones?
It's all good. You hear it?
I can barely hear it through their headphones, but yeah.
We're not gonna hear it.
I've been sliding through the static, no assist, no crew. I don't link, I don't rap, I don't owe what's due. I just skate past the fake.
It's not bad, but it's cool.
Can we get homie to handle the volume real quick, or can we just raise the Bluetooth volume?
No, that's perfect. Yeah,
there we go.
That's it.
Run
it back.
Yeah, that's a good one. I'm glad you said this.
It's just
It's
the least
no assist, no crew. I don't link, I don't dap, I don't owe
like a
what's
low
due.
barrier
I
to
just skate
entry.
past the fake,
Like
don't
it's
choke,
fucking
don't true.
cranks
Whole
from
gang getting pressed like a
first
polo suit. Stretching out these figures, I'm on something like an athlete. Where I play with numbers, man, I should have been a mathlete. Run too many games, they gon' label you a track meet. Rise up on your face, you better wishing for some acne. At me, reset you back to factory. Deducted from my tax, entrepreneur, not a salary. Drop you like a calorie. Keep some distance from the porn bars that really faking my allergies, okay. I'll wait, hot shoe. I've been sliding through the static, no assist, no crew. I don't link, I don't dap, I don't owe what's due.
This chorus right here.
Fake, let them choke, don't truth. I've been sliding through the static, no assist, no crew.
Sliding through the static, yeah.
I just skate past the fake, let them choke, don't truth. Whole gang getting pressed like a polo suit. Married to that fly life, remember I said I do. Remember I said I will. Remember I gave that boot. Did it all for the thrills. I dodge and hangouts. Fuck your noose and your group. Your team, your squad, that's true. Your lines, your beats, them balls, so boof. No swag, no steez, no bag. What's new? I sell a class and a stupid ass loser back to school.
I'm a slide through the static, no assist, no crew. I don't think, I don't rap, I don't owe what's due. I just skate past the fake, let them choke on
This one like
Like
tiptoe right here.
I was pretty down, now the sky look new. Give me a second in your eyes, pure blue. I don't ride waves, I just slide right through. I was so deep down,
Nah,
now
this
my
fucking
mind's
beat.
eyes
I
blue.
love
I don't
the
ride waves, I just slide right through. Always feeling new, I would slide on you.
I've been moving quiet, I don't flex for the echo. Cut a couple ties, let them hang it from the retros. Found on my scars like a war zone.
Yeah, this is a good choice.
To a tempo, pressure make a mess up. Now I'm out the loop, but I'm tapped in deeper. Never need a crown, I'm a cold gatekeeper. They throwing shade, now they wanna reach for the feature. Funny how the ones who doubt it wanna slide through the static, no assist, no crew.
Yeah, good chorus too.
I just skate past the fake, let them choke on truth. Whole gang getting pressed like a polo suit.
Through the static, no assist, no
Play the
proof. I
violin.
don't think,
We
I
just
don't rap, I
yeah.
don't know what's due. I just skate past the fake, let them choke on truth. Whole gang getting pressed like a
Strings
polo suit.
in the bridge. Yeah, either in the
That shit.
What you think?
No, the first, because we even talked about this before. The first thing that gravitates with me is the beat. Yeah, it already had me. And it was already just like it felt like some
It's
like.
just 808 from Jump.
Yeah,
too. It's
that's
just
right, because
like
it felt
deep.
like some I've heard before, so it was very like nostalgic piercing, and then it was new at the same time, so it's just.
I have a phrase called "samey, samey, different, different." something you're familiar with, but like you never taste
My
it
favorite
before.
quote is from the interview: "Same, but different,
Different,
but still same, but still
yeah.
same." Favorite quote. Yeah.
I don't know if this feedback is even appropriate, but like, cause I've seen not the behind the process from you, but damn, it's polished. I guess because I guess
yeah.
not fair, but like, I've probably seen rough versions
No,
and
you've
just
seen
fucking
a lot.
around in the
No,
studio.
that's
and
a fair statement. You've seen the growth. You've seen the growth. It's
yeah,
been
bro, and it's again like you people. This is like a common feedback thing, like for upcoming artists or like when homies make music. But it's like, oh, like I could close my eyes, or you could introduce it to somebody without saying, "Yo, this is my homie trying something. Hey, let me know how it is." It's like, because the beat's cool.
Beat's smooth,
You know, like, there's like some words people could like stick with along it, and then the beat's gonna vibe out on it. But before I go on, start with the beat. Who made that? Process behind it. Inspo. What do you like?
Okay,
take us to that moment,
No,
because
this is a fun one.
I know you said the album comes from like 2021 to 2026.
Yeah,
sound,
production wise for sure. Yeah, there's this one Miguel song, "Don't Look Back."
another artist to do your homework on.
Yeah, do your homework on Miguel.
An
For
LA
real.
artist,
For real.
actually. Shout out
I
Miguel.
had the blessing to meet him. He did a talk at the Broad, and I chopped with him after. And I told him my piece was my favorite song by him, and he was like, "Yo, what? That's one of my favorites too." And I was like,
that's sick.
that was
Damn.
just so gratifying.
No,
I was
yeah.
like, he's real for that being one of his faves. It's
That's
beautiful.
solidifying.
Anyways,
Yeah, the beat.
Yeah, the song "Don't Look Back" by him off Kaleidoscope Dream. I modeled the synth melody off of like the melody of his verses in that song. And so that's where that came. And then, yeah, it just was like a really deep nighttime bass, and
That shit
kind of
is-
just built it from there.
that shit is hard.
What do you? So
Yeah.
when you heard the beat,
Oh yeah, I was playing him beats from my vault, I think, and he was like, "Hold up."
paused it.
Yeah.
I
know,
always,
like,
I always send them through the
That's
ball.
what that beat has. That first effect. Like as soon as that shit hits, like wait a minute.
Because it just starts with 808.
No,
or
it-
like not
yeah.
even 808, just sub bass.
Yeah.
Like that's what it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that like shakes you, and then that little.
Yeah.
nod,
If you have
yeah.
that shit.
That's one of my favorites for sure.
Take us to like your thought process when you first heard that beat, and then how you approach it and how
Yeah.
and the chorus too, because like it like again, I like it might be false criticism or feedback, but like, damn, like I haven't heard Kiddo like three chord like like some it's like a track, bro. The three
Yeah, it's-
Nah, bro.
Choruses.
He
look,
cooked
look,
it.
look.
He
Yeah.
cooked it all.
yeah.
First.
Take us to like the whole thing, how you feel
Like
like
he heard it and was inspired, and then just
Yeah. So
went,
so
real.
so like this is why I wanted you to hear the song, because like now I'm talking about it, like it I want you to have that perception as well. Beats absolutely nutty, fucking insane. I had it in files for a while.
nutty.
I had it in the
it
files.
was in my bag. Like 2020 to 2021 was like I had just moved to LA, like super creative bag. I was
Super
like
hungry too.
such a different world.
No, for
The
real.
world was
Hungry.
shut down too.
Yeah.
I was just like, what am I gonna do but
create.
You know?
Exactly.
Exactly,
Yeah,
bro.
exactly.
Yes.
Yeah, I had it in my bag for a while, and like, no, I'm glad you brought up like I said, the 3 verses, 3 sections, because that was one of the songs that like I wanted to push myself to it. So like
Like, I
that
can
was
do
a
more?
turning track, like that I can do more, and a lot of my writing phases, I can't tell you, like I wrote everything in different pieces. Like that verse comes from a verse from another song, like that first one, but I changed it from like half of that verse to the ending. The hook I wrote another day, right? So it's like it really is like you're hearing the song as one, but like it really is pieced up of different moments in my life.
Building, yeah.
So like, and then the second verse, I think it was it's like 3 hooks. I have like technically 2
Yeah.
different verses or 3.
In my head, I heard like
I have
like-
like I have
you
like
said-
2
you
verses
said-
and like a bridge.
I was just gonna say a
It's like a
fucking bridge. I was gonna
bridge.
say 2 verses.
Yeah.
I
a
hear
chorus, and a
3
bridge.
sections. So yeah, like
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
Well,
see.
do you-
I hear 3 in the song.
Do you start? Is the first part of what you say the sliding through the static? Is
Yeah.
that the
That's
first part?
I would
That's
say
technically
Or is,
like the
does he have a
hook.
That's
verse
the
before
chorus.
that?
No,
No,
that's the
he
chorus.
just-
it starts
But
with that chorus, then
You
it
start
goes to
with-
the verse,
and then
then
I go back
chorus.
to it.
And then
I do that
you-
chorus later.
and then
Exactly.
chorus,
Yeah.
and then
Yeah,
you
so
again.
it's
So
more like a bridge. I
that,
would say
that song I wouldn't challenge. I was like, yo, let's like. I think I told him, it's like, look, I want to like let's do more, right? Like, let's just like, cause the layout's insane. It's not your typical layout, and it's bro, it's a lot of stuff going on, and the track's on like maybe 2 minutes and 30 seconds or something like that.
The beat has a lot going on, a lot whispering, if I'm not mistaken, in the background, or like a little,
there's like a breath control synth.
Yeah, you got it. Yeah, there it is.
Yeah. So I started with that chorus, going to the end, like, so I deliver that a certain way. I go into the verse, and then I end my verse. I add the hook to my verse, but you don't technically realize it's a hook until I do it back again, and then he does it back.
And then I go into my verse after I do the hook, and then he comes back in with like the outro. And then I think you say the hook again.
And then I do like the hook again. So it's like, I did a lot in a little bit. I think it was that is the wave of experience. I really wanted to push myself in that writing sense. Was like, especially like with the bridge. That's probably like one of the ones that I wrote early on. They kind of like, I've been doing that a lot more because it's more so like, all right, let me take myself out of it's a different mindset than writing like the verse. Because it's going to be like writing a hook and writing a verse and writing that. You can't write them with the same intentions. You're not going to get, the way I say, you're not going to unlock the right words.
You can't be like too verbose in your choruses. They need to be short, like sliding through the static, no assist, no crew. Like it's just very short
based.
And
I see, I get you. It's very quick.
Hooks are like statement based. So it's like, it has to be like statements.
Just quick, like 3-4 words max.
Like some hot takes.
Because his flow on the second verse is insane. Like it's like the bars are so long, but it's like, you know,
I do have the issue. Just like as I speak a lot, I try to say a lot in my raps as well.
Yeah,
like,
it's like the contrast. Like you wrote a hook to be a hook, and then you wrote a verse to be a verse. Like that, you did both on that song.
That beat is so tough.
Yeah, when you think of the project in a whole, and for listeners, like before they click on it, if the project was like DNA strands, let's say like 3. What are like 3 sounds people like something people could like relate to that would make up this body of work? What, like from production, maybe content, you know,
you mean like
sonically, like
inspirations and
like okay, when you hear this, it's D'Angelo and the production's this and that, just to give people. Like, I know you might not like the question because, you know, you're super artsy. It's like, yo, I'm one of me.
I'm me, bitch. I'm me.
But like,
nobody, bro.
Give people like, give people like a taste, you know?
Shay Crew is one that just in sessions, we're like, let's listen to some and make some shit that sounds like him because he's so unique with it. But he's also very consistent throughout his body.
Yeah, I think
like it's just him.
So that's one inspo.
But I think he's also in the category of, you know, the same, different, but keep it the same. Like I think he's like, he has a familiar sound and he sticks with his sound, that forms a sound, and like he gradually grows within that sound. But I saw it and did all that for us is because like it sounds weird, but like it doesn't sound, there's nothing, bro. Like I know so many people say this about their music. But I genuinely mean it. True.
Like
I try to question like when like, and I'm not saying we're the first ones. I doubt it. But like, what was outside of Tyga and Chris Brown? Has there ever been like another who was the other R&B rap like albums that we've got in?
I get.
Yeah, nah. I mean, like R. Kelly and Usher is R&B.
Bow Wow, Omarion.
Did they do a whole album?
Yeah. They did a project, but
they did do a project.
Yeah, but back to your shit, Sonic. So nothing sonically is like a little hint aside from this dude, but like
no, but and not even, not to take away from us. Honestly, I think that dude just hits a feeling that we like going back to.
Yeah.
But
okay, there you go. Stay on the feeling. Explain that feeling then, because people may not know the artist, but like when they check out your album, what's the feeling?
But it's just like our shit. It's also indescribable. I don't know. It's like
just
hits this pocket of like just really interesting, really lush.
That's the crazy part.
You know, the production's lush.
I guess we could say that. I think the vibe of it is really like the way that I hear it is kind of like a futuristic space bounce.
Space R&B is what the genre I claim.
No, yeah, because
futuristic.
Oh yeah.
Space or I'm trying to think of a name for you guys like if I could come up with a genre name.
It's like
space like, but I'm just curious on the other tracks.
Space and bounce, you know.
You guys want to do one more?
You or no?
Play one more?
Give us one more.
Honestly,
I'm down for one more. Give us one more. Doesn't have to be totally different, but again, like I guess I wanna
maybe back up that.
I was thinking
back up that. Statement,
I want to catch
like
the
space
vibe that
balance.
you're explaining. I want the
Yes.
people to kind of feel it as well.
Yeah, I'm gonna do half rhythm because I don't know if he's gonna pull it after they hear it. Yeah, we're gonna do half rhythm.
And then we'll get into the project a little bit more. Again, like what we could expect. But I'm excited. I want to hear one more.
Half rhythm.
Yeah, I think Hathorson. I mean, yeah,
Yeah,
no,
Hathorson.
save
No,
save
Hathorson.
club for.
Half rhythm has to be.
They got to
Hathorson.
hear that.
They have to hear half rhythm.
It's well crafted.
Right, that was like punching bags.
Took me out of this hell, a new prison. Think you fell from God, she had risen. You took me out of this hell, a new prison. Know you all too well, so I listen. I need you all too much, I'm still fixing. I'm itching, yeah, fixing. Know you all
So you on the beat?
well,
Who's on the
Nah,
beat?
this was a collab. Yeah, we like that.
I call your phone, go and pick on up. About to track a song so you can feel the love. Need to hear your voice so I can think of some. Baby, be my muse, I'll paint a picture for you. I'ma need you in that nude, it's just better for me. One peep at that figure, I can craft a story. These words don't come like, girl, it's heavy for me. Gotta use that whole body like a deadlift, homie. It's my time now. The ink gets dropped out and my thoughts get forced out. Evict my ego. My mind go places wherever the pen goes.
Yeah,
Oh,
kiddo.
when I click notes. Sometimes I tiptoe
Nah,
around this
second verse
paintbrush.
is my favorite
Intrusive
verse.
feelings. Didn't leave me to paint much, and that's my
Think you fell from God, she had risen. Took me out of this hell, a new prison. Think you fell from God, she had risen. You took me out of this hell, a new prison.
And when I see that body, I start getting all erotic. It's kinda hypnotic, but for me it's all symbolic. Forming better optic from the touches and the frolics. Feel the room with sound, get addicted to the sonics. I can't fuck with anybody, gotta be harmonic. People come with pain, but my name is no narcotics. That old simple logic. Toxic tracks, toxic. Toes of vampires, that's why I always good with garlic. Leave them all cold, send them to the Arctic. Blue clit, shawty upset she wasn't my topic. Cause I'm dealing with a book of art, real exclusive comic. When we on go, everything flows cosmic. It's a universal unity, energy platonic. Give it a big bang, we expertly atomic. End it like a melody, back to the tonic. Bring that whole symphony to show you how I got it on.
Fell from God, she had risen. Took me out of this
So
hell,
what, piano, right?
prison.
The piano or the keys?
Think you fell from God, she had
Like, kinda
risen.
Yeah.
You took me out of this hell, but no prison.
Feel free to run it back and put it on shuffle.
Feel free to run it back and put it on shelf.
There it is.
Yep.
There it is.
Is this the last track? Is that why you say it, or where's this at in like the album? That's cool.
This-
That's a cool little hit. That's a cool little hit. I like
This
that.
kind of birthed Shuffle. Wait. Was it you saying that like birthed that idea of that's what the album should be like? I think it was.
Yeah.
Wow.
That little tagline at the
Yeah,
end.
yeah.
Because we just made that. I think we made that song before going into 2025, and then like it was like one of our last sessions going into like of the year. And I remember doing that. Like it was started always like let me cook a beat, and I remember doing that. I have it all on camera too. Like
Oh yeah.
Pause it, or we're gonna be talking over the beat the whole time. We're gonna be fucking
catch.
freestyling right now.
take it back to the no hooks days.
Yeah.
I started cooking it. He started like that's a cool thing. Like the collaborative effort. Like he'll just hop right in like, oh, that's tight, boom, 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 add this, this, and this. So it's like we just started building it together,
bouncing off each other.
Yeah, like
My favorite aspect is like I call them the 3 punching bags, but it's those kicks like yeah,
Yeah, that's Dom.
That show's
yeah, that's
hard.
cool. Little stuff like that.
and it just opened. I think it opened the door. It opened the door because there was a lot of other songs we had that we were going to consider shuffle, but then as we started adding songs, we started realizing, we have something here.
We honed it into Sorry.
Go ahead.
We honed it into such a specific vibe. I think like we had songs that were like tangential, like very well. If we played them for you and played the whole album, you might be like, why isn't that song on there?
Of course.
But it's just it was like we have a nice crop of probably 20 that could, if we wanted to, really max it out, could have thrown 20 on there. But we were like a shorter and sweeter one. Is it just playability, to have 11 and be able to run that shit back? And
we always talk about that too, about how like that, how many songs is too many songs on the album.
But that's why we have that concept though. You can run it back, put it on shuffle, because we're guaranteed like it's gonna, like, you can hear it chronologically, but it's going to be a movement that when it plays in shuffle, it's going to feel also like a playlist.
Yeah.
Right.
What's your inspo like? Like I'm thinking of your chorus on this song.
Sure.
Where are you pulling that from? Where do you like? Because that's a unique
universe, bro.
I wouldn't call it. I wouldn't call it
really
unorthodox, but it's like, damn. For my taste or my ears, like I can't point a direction to somebody that I hear come on like a song like that. Where do you get
Truly, I just pull it out from inside of me.
A feeling?
Like like it's really, if I hear some shit that we're making, I'm like, yep. I just write it. I don't know.
I'll tell you exactly how we did this song, because I think this is the best part about music making. I remember. I do now.
He remembers parts of the process that I forget.
It's because so we recorded it. I told him just vibe on the track the whole way. So I just I just hit record and I just said, just go. Like, just record.
Feeling wise.
So like I think he had like a whole 4-minute take of the whole beat. And then I went with what I had. And I had a whole version to one beat. And then I chopped the best parts.
You put it together.
Wow.
Because like he made, like when he says like, yeah, I just came out of nowhere, it's true, because like he from recording with them and working with them and I picked it up along the way. It was like, oh, he has a lot of, like, you can have your intentions what you're about to record. I'm about to record this verse, but if you kind of just let it go and start letting the natural things come in, you start bringing in and having all these random ideas and things where it's at random. It might not have a good context, but you'll have either good melodies, this, and this, and you might have to just chop that one part, structure it out, or redo it. But in that sense, it was like, I think it was that in a bunch more. It's like, oh, we're gonna take this. This is tough, right? And then once we have that good layout and foundation of what our melodies, our words going to be, what we're going to say, then we're going to re-record and like build up on that track after that. You know what I'm saying? It's like
record it like
we got the
all
foundational
together.
idea.
Yeah.
You know, you got the foundational idea, and now we're going to build off this idea. But that was like scratch paper.
Yeah, that's interesting.
It's
That's
like
that's a unique way to
blank
like,
canvas.
Yeah.
Building
that almost stems off that whole, like just this whole new age of artistry and making music, of just, like when you think of hip hop, at least when I grew up, it was writing. The rapper at school had a notebook and 16. They're called. All that lingo's for a reason. But then nowadays you see rappers just punching in and just freestyling. And I think Wayne, at least Wayne, birthed it for my generation of just kind of like.
He's
not freestyling,
he's
but
an example of pulling it from
inside.
Within.
If the stories are true of how Wayne records, like that's what it is, like
I think that's what I think they call it his natural essence. I think it like he got in front of a track, he let the beat play, and you just go, and then you get some people. But that's, I think, being, if you're a producer or engineer, or even if you are an artist, understand the different like mediums that you can use to create even one thing. You can write, if your inspiration is writing in a notebook, because that's what you're going to write in a notebook is going to be different than what you write on your phone. Like I had the bar in there. It was like, about like pulling out the pen or like when I click notes. It's like either I'm going to write it on paper or I'm going to write it in my phone.
So you're saying the content of the actual song could change based on
Yeah.
how you're writing it, way you're writing it, or if it's just off the top.
Exactly, and that's everything.
And you're saying an
creativity.
artist should practice all of them.
All of them. Try it all.
That's fair.
Try it all because you're going to get a different version of you. If you do it all the same way, you're going to get the same you. You know, so it's like, but understand when to pull out those skills. You know, like if you're in a session with people, you might not be able to have that type of creative freedom like when you're by yourself and you could just sit in front of a mic for 3 hours and find something. But you might need to dive into your writing skills where it's like, all right, we got 4 rappers, we're ready to go. The beat's on, like everybody need to get their verse done in 20, 30 minutes.
Yeah, what's my...
You know what I'm saying? Like what are you gonna
Yeah.
pull to the table right now? That's when it's like, to me, that's like sport. That's like basketball. It's like, all right, cool. I'm not shooting in the gym. It's game time. So you need to know like what sessions are shooting in the gym, what sessions are game time, and all these different intentions is going to create something new out of you. And you got to understand how to harness that and archive it. I think that's what I was saying earlier. Protect your archives because they're different versions of you.
When people
true.
play shuffle in a world where a little hologram, both of you guys hologram, like pop up out of the phone before they hit play, is there like a statement, maybe like a couple words, a phrase that like, aside from shuffle, but
keep it on shuffle.
Yeah, someone's gonna
There's a
hit
phrase
play.
that might get thrown out.
Someone's gonna hit play. What are some words from the artist that you'd want them to hear or take in consideration, or
It's funny because we actually have 2 separate ones that we add. You have yours. Say yours. I'm gonna say mine.
The Don't Stop the Party.
Save the party.
Oh, Save the Party.
That
Well,
was another one you had. Yeah, no, I would say more so Save the Party. Yeah, another one that was good too.
you say it. I don't remember. Or are you trying to remember?
I don't remember. I just remember a lot of it. It was like save the party, keep the party alive, like things like that.
Yeah,
'Cause,
keep
like,
the party going.
You know, like
Put it
that's,
on shuffle.
And I see that.
Yeah, so
I see
like,
that.
is that
Off
from
just the 2 songs.
sonically because it's dancing, and also I get like the vibe of keep
Just go out and
like
dance
keep
more
living,
too.
or
I
like
think like bring dance back to like going out.
I like that.
you
like a
know,
literal,
bring the
yeah.
2-step back to going
because
out.
it's kind of like I feel like, and that's why I really wanted you to hear it because like I feel like it's one of those projects where everyone has to perform have to form their own perception because like I think it teeters in a little bit of nostalgia, but it's also kind of different. But the nostalgia is the 2-step dancey tempo that we chose to go with, and which is kind of essentially like club music for a certain time. But like you can say that, but now people are talking about like, well, which era? But the era that we know shuffle will do like great in and brings you back to is the era of going out and dancing.
mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of our lyrics, a lot of our talking about and things like that is kind of like leaning on those categories as well. It's like of a good time, a good night, you know, like save the night, save the party, like go live. Like the whole concept of the shuffle,
Go
be on
live.
random,
Yeah.
you know, like
yeah, I fuck with that.
and like and yeah, that's
like
how
play
I want it.
almost like play this on the way to go live. You know,
Mm-hmm.
I'm fucking
like
dying.
play this when you're getting ready for
play
a
this
night
when you're on the
out.
way on
Play
a
this
good
when you're
time.
driving to dinner. Play this, you know.
Yeah, it might not be this. It might not be the album for you if you're driving to work, unless you need that pump up. You know, then it might be. But
You
it's
should
like,
listen to it when you're driving to work. You should listen to it anytime,
Yeah.
everywhere. Shuffle out
yeah,
now.
yeah.
You know?
Shuffle out now.
Listen
Play
to
that
him.
shit.
Play that
Listen to
shit
him.
when you're sad. Play that shit
Listen
when
to
you're
him. Listen to
happy as
him.
fuck.
Listen to him.
Play that shit with
Absolutely.
your grandparents. Like,
Nah, just play it, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
Man,
just play it.
I was dying when you guys said it was called shuffle because it's
Yeah.
like, not that it's my pet peeve, but it's like the convo I always like whenever an album comes out because like some people like I don't know if I don't have Spotify, but I guess Spotify at one point it was just like you can't listen to things in order or you don't have a choice, but
oh yeah, if you don't have premium, they're like,
Yeah. You
here's
had to
radio.
shuffle
It's
your
like
shit.
Pandora. you
Yeah.
know?
But yeah, I definitely like the concept because that's something different. Like that's something I could get behind because it speaks to me where it's like, yeah, play it 1 through 11, but like the vibe of it or sonically, like you could just shuffle it and like let it rock. You know,
Or jump to the song
Which
that's
is cool.
matching your mood at that time. You know, like, and you're like, and that's and bro, that's why I'm really so excited. Like it's crazy. Like, 'cause I'll be honest with you, I probably had this newfound realization about this maybe like a few weeks ago when I was playing it for somebody else. Like we played it for like 2 other people, and like it happened naturally, and it changed my perception of it as well. And I was like, yo, like this is actually a good listen. Bro, this is a good listen. Like it's not like I felt confident playing you guys that track because it's not jarring. It's not, you know what I'm saying? It's not so far out the way that you have to find yourself to like it. It's kind of getting straight to the point.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm not saying
it's good on the first listen. I think, you know.
It's a good
and will continue to be good. It's not just like one and done per se, but you know. Yeah, it's and like we were saying, there's not a lot like it, I don't think.
Yeah.
So it's like it has that like retro future appeal where it sounds like something you've heard, but also like nothing you've heard, and then it's
that's
like
my first take.
It's the nostalgia, bro.
That was
like,
my first take. It was very nostalgia bitey,
Yeah.
but then I'm like, wait, I ain't never heard this before.
I'll ask you guys that. Like, what from the 2 tracks you heard?
I don't
like,
know if I'm wrong, or I also don't know what song gives me the vibe, but like I don't know why I pictured myself playing like Need for Speed, and one of the songs was like in the car.
Cephalopod is like Midnight Club.
It might have been. Is that the first one? Oh, it's probably the chorus. Slide through the thing, no static, and like. I think I related to it because I don't know the lyrics yet, but I'm just like, you know, in a video game you don't know the lyrics, but you're just like, you know, the vibe. And before you said the nighttime, like, I guess, or maybe the nighttime added to it, because I'm thinking like, you know, nighttime whipping, obviously the content to
nighttime
it.
Whipping,
the sounds are very dark, you know, like the sounds are like, if there were no lights
almost
on, that
like,
song would make
it's
sense.
warm,
and like, like you almost like picture like neon lights driving through the city type shit. It's raining.
Yeah, 'cause
that's exactly like
you speeding a little bit, you know,
a little hydroplane,
just a little.
I'm so glad you said Need for Speed, because Need for Speed Underground 2 was such a big inspiration for some of like.
I was like,
bro, like that nightlife, living on the vibes with that, bro.
Yeah.
Like
A bigger one.
Music and music's a part of it because that radio station, you know.
a bigger one is
Hot
Midnight
Pursuit.
Club,
Dub
the
edition.
dub edition.
That might be the
Yes.
best one.
Like you in LA, you got them big ass
might be
22s
the
on the
best
Suburban.
Um,
Radio's blaring. Yeah.
What when this airs though, you know, the project's probably out or coming out.
Single project.
Single will be
singles
out,
out,
for sure.
content's out, and the people could, you know, find the music on your page, I'm assuming, or is it full release on planning like Spotify, Apple Music, and everything?
DSPs.
Yep.
Yeah.
You're doing the whole thing.
It'll be out.
I asked for a statement. We got the vibe. What are anything we're missing as far as, you know, this body of work?
That you
And
want
both you guys,
to know. Some you want someone to know.
It's true to self. I think it's just like feeling based. Like we just love the fuck out of music and making it, and we just became friends over music. Like
it's
I met him through the homie actually. Shout out to Raw. This is his brand, Raw Shit.
Yeah.
Beautiful song.
You met me. You introduced me to him
Yeah.
from that little event that Tackle Box did, and good
That
people.
little event. Damn, Reg, I'm fucking with you.
Nah, definitely not like that.
I know what you mean, bro.
That was a dope event. Just
that was
for
2022. Nah,
for the
but it
sake
was a
of
little bit.
doing
It was a
shit,
little
bro. Nah, but for the sake of doing things, you know, that's
Intimate.
dope.
He brought out the tabletop.
Intimate.
That was a great
it's more
moment. That
intimate.
DJ
Intimate
set's online
pop
right
up.
now. It's still fire mix.
Friends and family
Great
pop
fire.
up.
Yeah, F&F.
F&F pop up.
It
I
kinda
didn't know
was.
about
It
it.
was limited
I
though.
was like, I didn't know
It
about
was
It
limited.
didn't get packed the fuck out. We could have packed that bitch out more, low
Wait,
key.
was it at
Well,
Pleasure
it was
Studios?
one of Raw's first. Yeah, but it was one of Raw's
yeah.
first events. So
That
he
place
didn't.
is
He didn't know how far
great.
he can really take it. Like body wise.
Man, we should have had somebody walking around with like a camera or
Run it
something.
back.
That was
I know.
really that was a really cool night, bro.
Absolutely.
That was a really
Absolutely
cool
run it
night,
back.
and like
It's coming back, bro. It's coming back.
it made tabletop feel real. So that was just a cool night, bro. I think back on that night like often. So
My family got tabletop still on their tabletop, bro.
Oh yeah,
that started everything, bro.
It's everywhere.
Bro, candles. My mom got the candle as decoration.
It's everywhere.
Yeah, nah, bro. That was bro. That was a love moment. All that you catch all
World
that
built.
You can
World
catch all that
officially
moment on
built,
YouTube.
bro.
Seriously,
It's like some creative music then, like people that are like you know, like chasing a dream maybe or pursuing something, like they could turn it on and be like, yo, it's an easy listen. Like
your favorite
like it's for the
artist's
people.
favorite
Yeah.
artist,
Yeah, exactly.
you know,
like give us that.
I like what you said. I think it was simplified there. I think it's just for the people. I don't think it's for. I like in my perception. I would hope that the music can just benefit anyone in their day-to-day life while you're just being your authentic self, because we were being our authentic self. We felt the vibe.
Yeah.
We crafted this through like, yo, like we're having fun. We're in here, like if we're not dancing, it's not making an album. You know what I'm saying? So it's like that type of aspect of freedom is when you are your most authentic self. So like I just want to be a soundtrack for anybody who's just being them in the moment, right? Like that's it. Turn it on and be able to go do you, like, and it adds to your mood. Like I hope I like my if I could sum up myself as an artist, I hope I can just be like a mood designer. Like each song can cater to a specific mood that you may or may not be in or take yourself into. And I feel like Shuffle is a great mood design project.
Dope.
Yeah, well said. I mean, for the people, for people that just want a vibe, you know, I'm at a loss for words, honestly, on how to like put it to people, but I think just the music speaks for itself. It's really, I personally love making that mid 2000s club type music that I wish I was in the club for. You know, that's like 2004 to 2007 is like
for sure.
that bounce, I feel like, is 90% of the beats on this album, just because of how infectious it is, and we just took our own spin with it.
You have any other questions? I have one.
No, I'm ready.
You know, it's Kickin Game. Whole idea of, you know, to leave some game for the listeners. And I think one thing I want to pull from here is just like, what would you both say to somebody or people like looking to make music, looking to put something out there, maybe just creating something in general? I know we're in that era where it might not be cool to do this, or you don't want to be corny to push the stuff that you love, but you know, people do battle with it. And, you know, we've had convos about it, and, you know, it sucks, but like, how would you, what are some things you would let people know about the process of still creating, still pursuing something, you know, in this kind of era or age?
You will battle with, is this true? Like, we just live in a world where artists need to be their own promoters, and that's never been the case prior to social media. It's like labels were the ones that could help build the world or could help be the promoters. Like, labels are helpful in a way, and I think it's really hard when it all falls on the artist to have the wherewithal to keep going all the time, you know, where it's like, oh fuck, I have to figure out how, like, I need to put something out there that attracts enough eyes, rather than just like putting the music out and being like, my album's out randomly. You know, I think you have to get to a certain point to have that luxury where enough people are listening to you, and it's like, I can just drop the album and put one story out and people like get millions of listeners. So I think it's ride the highs and lows. Like, being an artist has high highs and low lows. Like, your life is high highs and low lows because all you want to do in your life is see it through an artistic lens. And eventually, if you follow that path in the process, you will get there. It can take, and no one's journey is the same. You might catch your stride and go big at 21. You might be in your 30s and, you know, have had a 10-year discography, and that album in your decade hits, and then everyone gets to listen to everything before that, and like, people are like, wow, how thorough of an artist they are. Just follow through. I think follow through is the best thing you can do. Like, be confident in what you make and feel, and if it doesn't feel right, you know, just keep going with it. Rather, keep going.
Yeah, no, I like that. What do you think?
Understand your intention and feed it.
Why you do it, right?
Just understand what it is. It doesn't matter. Like, if you understand you're doing it for fun, all right, we'll feed it for fun. Don't put any other pressure for yourself. If you know you want to take it further than that, then do what you need to do to take it wherever it goes. Understand what you're doing and where you're trying to go, and then feed that, because everybody's intention's not the same. So you can't judge all work the same, because the intention of it is different, and what's going to come for that intention is going to be different. So understand what it is you're doing and why you're doing it, and then continue to feed that until that why changes, you know. But that's the best way I can say it. Just continue to feed it, understand it, and feed it.
Feed the beast.
Yeah, I like that. I
feed that hunger.
True to self. Yeah.
Yeah, no, and yeah, you put some parameters around, you know, you put some guidelines around your art, because yeah, if you want to take it there, you got to hold yourself accountable to take it there. But if it's going to be fun, which is great, and more things should be just fun, you allow that for it to be fun. Well, shoot, thank you both for pulling up. Hey,
thank you for
hey,
having
like
us.
I'm not even gonna gas it up, bro. But a few other people that make music want to come on here. But I again, like, if not to gas both of you up, like, you know, I only met you one time, but I could see, you know, Instagram and the work, and Kiddo, you know, I've known you for years, so I just respect the approach to, again, creating things in a world where it's hard to do and it's sun upon. If you're not already popping by 21, what are you doing? But you know, like, that's why I fuck with you.
That's
The line barely hit
the
him.
world we're in right now. You gotta
bro,
be
and that's
16
true.
and fucking famous.
I was
Dog.
23 and I viewed shit like that. I was
No.
in it
Yeah,
right
absolutely.
at 23
It's
because I was like, I'm
valid,
not
bro.
blowing up.
Exactly.
Social media is toxic.
That's
It's
exactly
so
why I say
toxic.
21's a little dramatic, but you know, that's why I say, because I know
But it's
real,
also
bro.
it's
It's
relevant
real,
too.
bro.
That age is also
because
so
it's
real.
not cool for that to
Yeah.
dictate whether or not someone should ultimately pursue their dream, or if that's really been their itch. And I feel like unfortunately, like, majority of people fall victim to that. And
feeling like they're past the point of
yeah,
creation.
and opposed to pursuing, maybe they fall into this negative will spin of life, and maybe it's just this, like, you know, like, I just have that feeling. So it's like, I don't like that though. It sucks, you know. And I feel like for kids or anyone growing up, like, bro, you could be 30 and have a hobby, even if okay, like what you said, even if it's a hobby, dog, we're gonna be living till like 75, 80. You're gonna be miserable your whole life.
You better have a hobby.
like,
You're gonna be miserable your whole life,
You
or
better
you're
have
gonna
something that like makes
Exactly.
you happy.
I wanted, like, add this real quick. Is always ask this question when people get stuck in art and wondering if I should do something. What else would you be doing
with that time.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
If you can find something else to do at that time, then maybe you shouldn't be doing this.
Boom.
Yeah, then do it.
Then
Yeah,
you just
do
found
it.
it.
Even if it's not
Yeah.
music, it's like, imagine somebody wants to be a sailor. Everything they're gonna do is gonna be about sailing.
And leading
and
up
someone
to
can
that.
tell them
Yeah.
no business, but like, no, they're gonna sell until they sell.
Yeah.
You know, so like,
Yeah.
understand your intention,
Yeah.
feed it, and ask yourself, if I'm not doing this, what would I be doing? Because a person wants to be a piano player is going to play piano, and a guitar player is going to play guitar. And someone who wants to do both is going to do both. You know, it's just what is it you want to do, and continue to do it. There's no right or wrong.
Yep.
Creating, and if you don't have the luxury of creating in that moment, learn about what
valid.
you create.
That's valid too.
Learn.
Yeah.
It's
Damn.
either you're creating or you're learning.
Lucky. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Read about it. Listen to it.
Because you're still
all
on
that.
task.
Cause you're
Yeah.
you're getting there.
You're
right?
still on task. Even if you're
Yeah.
not doing the act, you're still on task.
That's fire.
Learning, studying, being around and listening, like every
Yeah.
change it, bro.
And who knows, bro? Like that's when you might learn, like, another path may open. Like, you know, people are like, oh, I'm in the creative field, and they start off with like editing. Maybe they're not the person to be editing. They need to be in front of the camera, or like they like animation or graphic design. Like, you don't know though until you figure that shit out.
And also, I hate to
Whatever
say
your
this,
entry point
I hate to
is.
say this.
Yeah.
It's
Entry point.
valid.
I hate to say this, but be a hater, and whatever you're hating on is probably the thing that you need to go into,
Oh.
because you're seeing it from a
'cause you
different
have the
Oh,
most
perspective.
because you're
opinion on
drawn.
it,
Because you're drawn to that.
Because
you
you're
have the
drawn
most
to it and you
opinion on
see
it
it a
'cause
different way, and like,
Yeah.
just because you're hating doesn't mean like you're hating, but it's like, this isn't clicking.
You're-
It could be this, and now you're kind of a little bit more intrigued. But don't hate and not try. Hate, try to better and perfect it, to then see that perception of why something's that
At least
way.
understand why you're hating.
Understand
gonna
why you're
say,
hating.
yeah. Or
Don't
at least
blindly hate and then
yeah,
don't
understand
think about
why you're
it,
hating.
because then it's like that's just
Yeah.
not helpful or
That's
healthy
not
for
productive
anyone.
either.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no, it's
not-
yeah.
No,
At a
you
point.
should
You
look at
gotta-
something. Yeah, that's when you really know that you're a creative person, is when you see someone creating something and you think, oh, interesting, I would have done it this way, or like I would have rather it sounded like that. It's like, okay, bro, ding, ding, ding. That
Yeah.
then you go do that in the way that you want to have
Most
that done.
most people only critique their interests.
Interesting.
I'm
Yeah.
not into
That's-
lacrosse,
that's
and
real.
I've never critiqued lacrosse. I'm not a bowler. I don't critique bowlers.
So would people hypothetically burn themselves out if they're hating on something too much? Because like, bro, like you're hating too much. That's something you
Plenty
need to
of
be
people probably
acting
have,
on.
bro.
Whoa.
Plenty of people probably have.
well, that's you need to understand the stages. It's like, oh, I'm hating on this. Okay, why? All right, maybe I'm interested in this. So if you're not doing something, like if someone's a super critiquer of music, but don't make music, they want to make music, and the reason why they're unhappy is because they're not making music. You see what I'm saying? Most
Yeah.
people who
And some of the actual best music critics made music before they started being a critic
Mhm.
because they've seen the creation side of things, and they're like, oh, I can tell how this was made, blah blah blah.
Mhm.
You know, like
But
there's a validity to them having, because they went to the creator side.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's the best way to find out who you are, and it sometimes it's not just like, yeah, be a hater. Like seriously,
To
'Cause
figure
you're
it
not
out.
gonna hate on things you don't have interest about. It's just simple and played out. And everything you have interest about, you kind of feel like you can do it, but only
Or
a
it's
few
like
things we go after.
it's a very like blanket, oh, that's dumb, and you don't spend too much time thinking about hating on it. You're like, that doesn't interest me, it's dumb, and that's it. Like, but if it's something where you like, yeah, you have a not a vehement disdain, but like you have like reasons for disliking it rather than like, oh, it's just not my thing. Then it's like, okay, maybe these reasons can be spun positively.
Yeah.
Like,
Go find out why those reasons are the reasons.
yeah,
Pretty much.
totally. I mean, this is like a point I wanted to actually make about another point of like the building of character, like moments in your life that spin back into the creation of art, right? Like the building of character in real life, if you can channel that in what you do creatively. Like Future has this line, it's like, I could channel my anger, now I can go make me some billions. Like he's just his raps are very painful because it's about his life, and he's like, this is my outlet. Like shit I deal with in my life, I'm gonna go get rich off of it.
True.
Yeah. I
You
guess
know,
it's true
like
in
if
this
you're
case,
you're smart, you can
And
take that pain into profit.
And art doesn't have to be, but it should be a holder of your emotions.
Oh, I had a question. Like, you know, given both you guys are passionate about like art that you put out there, how is it working together? And like, what are some things, or like, has there been challenges putting these 11 songs together? You can be honest, bro.
Nah, not really.
Bro, the
I just
album's made off of
even-
all
I just fall
vibes.
asleep
It's
in the studio,
flow.
and he's probably like, wake up, bro.
So like
we're trying
nothing,
to
no
lock in.
adjustments, nothing y'all had to get used to. No. Just straight to work.
I think I'll say this from someone
really
who
at
like I for someone who works alone a lot, you have to learn the skill of collaboration. Some people don't have a skill of collaboration. Creating alone is going to create a different art than creating when you're collaborating with somebody. So you have to understand that when you're in a moment of collaboration, you have to, it's not you working alone. So you have to let whatever that is become what it is, so you can look back and like you can take the art for what it was. Like, we came together, that's what we created, and that is a culmination of all of our heads together. You see what I'm saying? Like, if we're here today, this is one vibe. You get someone else here next week, it's going to be another vibe. It's like, that's just the same thing with all collaborations. And understand that. That's a different picture you're painting. So I understand that intention. So it's like, okay, everything that I'm going to do in this is of collaborative effort and not how I'd work on my own. My process is different by myself. My process with him is different from another homie I work with.
So almost you would encourage an artist, like, not, like hypothetically, an artist could be like, have one way of working solo, come together to collaborate, and maybe feel still stuck. I know I gotta work the way I work, and you're almost like approaching it where it's like it's allowed to be different.
Accept that different side of you. I think that's what it's tell artists to accept that different side of you,
It brings out that different type of
because it's going to bring out a different you in the art,
different art.
and then now it becomes a deeper archive because you lived and had a character grow through a different experience, and it created a different outcome. I get geeked off that outcome.
Are you a routine person, or you're able to like
I'm very abstract.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
I want
flush.
to create routine in my life, but I naturally do not.
So what
Like,
he's
I
saying-
just
Your art
fl-
don't flow
yeah,
like that. It just
yeah,
comes.
it's just
yeah.
it's abstract.
Yeah.
So what he's saying is like you that resonates with you as well, like where you're working solo
Oh,
and it could be something different, but then when you guys step together, it's like there's no rules, you know, because both you guys are just kind of seeing what the hell this collaborative vibe brings today.
Yeah, I would say so. I also, in a little bit of a counter, I feel like I just, like I think about melodies all day, every day in the music I listen to, and I don't approach it differently with different people or with myself. I'm like, I just want to make good music. That's
just
it.
one way
Like
the
I'll
whole
cater
way.
to, yeah, if a homie wants to, like we have a homie pulling up tonight, he's bringing a synth. The other time he pulled up, he brought a guitar. Like,
Yeah.
it's just I'm
whatever
cool with
it is.
whatever his means or his medium is. Like, you know, for shuffle, it's a pretty like club hip hop electronic type of vibe,
Definitely.
but
yeah.
there's some natural sounds to it. So we were like, fuck it, pull up, play the guitar, let's see.
And then you guys will see
And, like,
maybe
Yeah,
in
if it,
post
it'll probably make sense. And it's
how
like,
you're like the puzzle piece you're
Yeah,
saying
yeah.
how
chop
this
yeah.
it, whatever it is.
how it
Put the
could
puzzle
come
together.
together.
mhm.
Because you know someone could be like, oh, I don't know how this synth's gonna fit in the song. We have the structure, but it's like
You gotta
come
just
in,
let
we'll
go.
record it,
You gotta let
Yeah.
go.
and but then also it sounds like if it doesn't fit anywhere, it's like oh,
It's
cool,
painting.
It's alright. Yeah. I mean,
Yeah, and it's like that's
art,
that's
yeah.
the homie, and we will continue to work
of
together. Like
course.
he and I have a song from July 2024 that's just been sitting, and we revisited it when we were all at the studio together, and we were like, this could go somewhere eventually, you know, like just it's continuous, and
Yeah.
you have to be
Continuous,
open
man, and
to
it's
shit.
fun. And it's
Yeah.
living. I think it's this, man. It's living. It's living. You can't.
Mhm.
Some people go into sessions with too much intention. And me talking, but you like you can't always like. The only intention for a collaborative session is like, if you know what you're working on. If it's a new session, it's just creation.
Mhm.
What does it come out of? After you created something, if you now can dial into something, like we've now created an album, we can dial in on the album. Now we can creatively come together, collaborate on the intentions to get to the final goal. So now our decision makings and our conversations towards things are going to be a lot different opposed to how we got it to that point. You know, so it's like I understood already what it was going to be. Oh, this is a session where we're just going to put slop on the speakers and see what comes out. Oh
Slop.
shit!
Never,
this slop
never
was hit.
slop. Nah, never,
But it's like
never slop.
throwing. I think it's like
Throwing things at the
pen
wall
on
and seeing what
canvas.
sticks sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Abstract painting. Never slop. No. Never
What's
slop.
that meme?
Yeah,
that new
rewind
meme,
that back.
that goy slop or story. Never mind. That's something out there. Damn. Well, this is a dope convo, bro. Like,
Nah,
This
it's
is
great.
fire.
Bro,
one,
thank
like
you.
Thank you,
again,
guys.
if you're whoever's watching this, like, please check out Shuffle. Like, you know, I wouldn't invite them over and have a 2-hour convo about art and music and everything we spoke about if it wasn't worth checking out. Because you never know. But any last words before we dip out of here from y'all?
Thank you for
Yeah, nah,
having
bro.
us.
Thank
First
you.
and foremost.
Oh yeah, you already know,
Nah, bro,
Reg.
you already know.
You already know, bro.
Yeah.
You
It's
already
always
know.
love.
Yeah.
Like, I can't wait to listen to the album.
No, for real.
Can't wait to also, you know, maybe you guys stay in that
Right.
bag and there's more music to come and you know.
We think about little B-sides all the time.
Just know that this year is about to be full of music. It ain't just us. It's not just this. Like, at least I can speak on myself. Is right now is collab with him. I gotta collab with another homie. I got a solo. I got music, man. And
Yeah,
right
let's hear
now,
that shit,
It's
bro.
rich.
all the heads, the people I'm working with, like we're cooking.
Dope.
We're cooking. It's a great time. And that's the thing.
We
it's
just hit
a
the
great
second
time.
half of the decade. Like it's go time or no time, you know?
Yeah, bro. We're cooking, bro. So like,
Mhm.
nah, thank you, man. I'm glad to be able to have this conversation about it because obviously it means a lot to me, and it's art at the end of the day. I think
Mhm.
that's
No, for
that's,
sure.
that's the most
That's the
important
best
meaning
part. Yeah.
is that we're just having a conversation about art,
Yeah.
and you gotta chase it. You gotta do it, y'all. Just
Yeah. If you have a feeling, if you're thinking about it, it's probably a good chance you should probably do it. So,
do it and be.
thanks for listening. This
So
is
be
another
it, so
episode
be
of
it.
Kickin Game. Till next time, peace.
Peace out.